This lawyer dad shot and killed his son, citing that it was a horrible accident, yet he took his son's body to a burn pile and cremated it 17 hours before he called police. This is 68-year-old Michael Howard, and he is a high-powered Texas attorney. This was his son, 20-year-old Mark Howard. He was a high-functioning adult with Down syndrome. The two of them had gone to their lake house. It was located on 2,500 acres in Sabine County. Late of the evening, Michael said that he heard a commotion and he shot what he thought was an intruder. This was in his house. He then quickly realized that it was his son. We don't have an exact timeline of the next events, but apparently he cleaned up the mess, put his son's body in the backhoe on his property, transported it to a burn pile that apparently was already made well before this, placed him there, and then cremated him because he thought that that's what his son would have wanted. He then allegedly called his wife and his other son to let them know what had happened before he called the police, which, like I said at the beginning, was 17 hours later. Now, he called the police and said that it was just a horrible accident, and he led them to the place to find the remains of his son. There were bone fragments, including pieces of jaw, that they were able to take and test. Now, Michael was taken in. He was charged with murder and tampering with evidence, each of those receiving a $10 million bond. So his bond was $20 million, and he did bond out. And citing that he had an additional home, a lake home, on 2,500 acres of land in Sabine County, outside of his original home in Houston, I would say that he probably did really well for himself as a lawyer. While the sob story may seem to make sense to some, if it actually was truly an accident, why the nefarious acts of cleaning and mopping and cremating up all evidence of this horrific crime and waiting so long before calling the cops? There comes in his lawyer experience. Like I said, this happened the end of 2024, and I don't have any updates. I have no clue what happened, but it definitely seems like Mark deserves justice.